Hey everyone, welcome to my first ever podcast. This is your host Fabiha, and today I am here with a very special friend of mine.
Raiyana, your favorite, everyone.
Yeah, it had to be her because honestly, when I first thought of this podcast, she is the first person that came in my mind.
Obviously.
So I had to bring her in. Thank you for coming.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah.
What are we talking about today?
So today we are going to be diving in the world of symbolism.
Ooh, very exciting.
So yeah, Raiyana, what do you think of symbolism, or what do you think a symbol is according to you?
Okay, so to me, a symbol really just represents who you are sometimes. It really goes deeper into the kind of person you want to be and the person that you value as yourself and the things that you've experienced, all of that. And if you can find something that truly represents your life and your experiences and your values and the way that you want to go forward in life, I think that's the best symbol that you could ever find.
Yes, I totally agree.
Thank you. What's symbolism to you, love?
To me, a symbol is something that signifies or represents another thing more on a deeper level. It could be an idea or an object, a relationship, or anything in general, right? Like you can think like when someone sees a dove, they never go like, look at it, it's like a piece flying across the sky. People will be like, it's a dove, right?
Of course.
But it actually represents peace, right?
Wow.
That we know.
Yeah.
And did you know that it's not actually all doves that represent peace?
No,
Just the
really?
white ones.
Just the
Yeah.
white ones.
Yeah.
Guys, I had no idea about that.
Yeah, and from what I know, it actually came from religious scriptures and
Oh
books.
wow. That's really
Yeah.
cool. I learned something today. That's amazing.
Yeah, I learned something on the process. I mean,
Of
I didn't know
course.
it either.
Wow. That's really cool, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also, what is this music in the background? What does this mean to you?
Well, that's a symbol as well. The music that's playing in the background is actually a Bengali song, Bangla song basically.
Okay.
And
And you're from Bangladesh, right?
yeah, of course.
Okay,
So
awesome.
Bangla songs were the first form of music that I was introduced to, and from this music, my interest gradually shifted to dancing along with it and not just listening to it, right?
Nice.
And you know what dance means to me?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's like a way of expressing myself, and I find peace and relief in like dancing. So, I'm pretty sure it's like the same for a lot of people. Like they find like peace in music, but it's probably not Bangla music, but like some
Yeah.
sort of music. And honestly, like folk dance was the first form of dance that I learned, and that was the start of this precious journey. And like I was like hooked to it ever since. And Bangla folk dance is like impossible without Bangla folk song.
Of course.
They're like, it's like a star without its flow,
Aw.
which is like impossible. So I think, yeah, Bangla songs really represent me
Yeah.
as a person.
And you just love to dance and you love
Yeah.
dancing to the music.
Yeah,
Amazing.
like although I kind of changed the form of dance, like I don't practice on Bangla songs anymore. I shifted to like different forms. Like I learned a lot of different forms over the years, and I don't really find myself dancing on Bangla songs anymore. But that was the first type of songs like I danced on, so I can never
It was the
forget.
beginning of the journey.
Yeah, and I cannot. I mean, I can never forget it.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Bangla songs, then this journey would never. Yeah,
It's gonna resonate with you forever. I'm glad that you had that start.
yeah.
It's amazing.
I
You
feel
got to do
blessed
that.
for that.
Yeah, for sure. And do you think dancing can help other people that are feeling low?
Of course, I think like if someone's struggling to express themselves, then they should definitely try to sing and dance. It's like if it helped me, I'm pretty sure that a lot of people can find help from it.
Because it makes you feel happy. It makes you feel
Yeah.
very optimistic and positive.
Yes,
For sure. That's
Like-
amazing.
precisely.
Exactly. So you clearly are a very optimistic, positive, happy person. I know dance represents that a lot, but what do you think is something that really symbolizes your happy and looking forward type of personality?
Sunflower.
Oh my gosh, I love sunflowers. Tell us a
Yes.
little bit about them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone knows that sunflowers actually face the sun,
Of course.
right? So I think that can represent how I look towards like the bright side of life and always looking out for the positive thing, like sides in things. But did you know that sunflowers, when they like, what do you do when there's like no sun?
When there's no positivity, what do you do then?
Yeah, sunflowers, when there's like no sun to look at, they look at each other.
That's
Yeah.
so sweet.
Yeah, so it's like when there's no sun for me, when I can't see any positivity like to look at, I try to find my sunshine in someone else.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, and I think that really represents the optimistic side of me, and that's really I think that really helped me get back from the dark.
Yeah, a lot of
Dark.
tough times. You're
Yeah.
able to look at someone else. And
Yes.
feed off of their positivity a little bit.
Yes, and also like when you're optimistic and like positive, you can help others
Exactly.
like get out of their difficult times. So I think sunflower is like a perfect representation of that.
I love that this representation of the sunflower is so important to you. It really does display how bright and charming you are. And I love that. You're
Thank you.
adorable. I think everyone has a flower inside of them, don't you think? A
Yes,
flower that
I
really represents
feel
them.
the same way.
Yeah, it's adorable. But we also talked a little bit about the harder times in life. And I think our audience would really appreciate if we talked even more about that and make them feel less alone. So, what were some of the hardest times in your life, and how did you get through them?
I had like one of the tough things to deal with was like loneliness for me because I grew up in a very I was always surrounded by a lot of people. So like during this COVID situation, we were locked at home, right?
Yeah.
So I think that time I felt very lonely because I couldn't meet any of my friends or like family members. And there were like other things that were like kind of troubling me. And that time I think I was like kind of depressed, I would say, for a short time because I know how to cope up with different, like my bad like sad times. But even if it was short, it kind of used to keep me awake at night. And
yes,
I
sleep
used-
got hard.
yes, I used to stay awake like very late. And I think even though I got out of that like dark phase, that thing like that habit still stayed with me. So I think another representation for me could be an owl. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
after that phase, I actually started calling myself nocturnal because like just like nocturnal animals, I stay up at night. Like I stay up all night, and then because I didn't
Guys,
sleep,
she goes to sleep at like 4 a.m. sometimes and wakes up at 5.
yeah. So it's like that's because I have to, because I have to go to school. So because I don't sleep at night, I feel very tired during the day, and then I sleep during the day. Just like I feel that's what owls do.
Yes, for sure.
Sleep at what? Sorry.
Sleep during the day and then
Yeah.
stay up all night, of course.
Yes.
And that's when you get your work done too.
Yeah, I feel my most active phase is like 3 a.m.
Of course. That's great.
Like after 2 a.m.
For sure.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
do all my chores and like all my work at
Okay.
2 a.m.
That's good. And you do get rest during the day.
Yes, I do get it.
That's good. Okay, so how else do you relate to an owl? What other parts of an owl do you
Well,
relate to?
an owl actually is a representation of wisdom and knowledge and independent thinking and observant listening. So I would say I really do relate to the independent thinking and observant listening part
Yeah.
because when I'm not talking at all, I'm like very, very, very much observing my surroundings. I'm like,
Guys, she observes everything.
and like I'm like observing and listening to like what others say, and like I think independent thinking part that really goes through.
Yeah, for sure. And
Yeah.
we've been able to see that throughout this interview. Yeah, we can really see how you collect all of your thoughts and provide them to the audience in multiple different ways. So these symbols are really incredible to see.
Oh my god, you're like so sweet.
Of course.
Thank you so
Of course.
much.
I had a great time being here. I'm sure that our audience had a really good time listening in too. So I learned a lot about you today too. So can you do a quick recap of all of the symbols that we discussed today?
Yeah, sure. The first symbol that we talked about was like Bengali music. And the second symbol that we talked about is sunflower.
Love sunflowers.
And then we talked about owl.
Yes.
So I would like to ask you, what do you think, like how good do you think those symbols represented me?
Oh my goodness, I think they're so good. And do you want to know why I think so?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I think starting with the first one, it really lived up to your culture and your roots and really how you started out as and your first life experiences. And it started off your journey as being an amazing dancer. And I think that's a big part of who you are. The second one, the sunflowers, I think that's such a beautiful representation of your positivity and how you're such an amazing friend to everyone, especially me.
Oh,
and
you.
You're the sweetest person ever, and I think that sunflower really displays your optimism and how you're always looking forward to the things in life and how you help other people look forward to things too. And lastly, I'm sorry that you had to go through some tough times and it's hard for you to sleep because of that. The owl really does represent you, but not only because that the sleeping problems and the nocturnalness and how you're up super late. Not just that, I think it's also the wisdom and thinking powers that an owl has and how you apply those to everyday life and not only like your schoolwork and all that kind of stuff, but also with your friends and how you help them with their problems and everything. And it's just so nice to see, and I think all of the three symbols together really describe who you are and what you're going to be in life. So, thank you for teaching me about you today.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And thank you for being with me today and helping me for this. I hope to see you again.
Yeah.
For next time.
Awesome.
Until next time.
I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Yeah. So I think stay happy, stay blessed. Thank you. We must sign off.